Alright, so literally just minutes before starting this video, I heard a thunderous crash come from the man cave. I heard many things falling to the ground, some things breaking, scattering across the floor. I ran in here to discover that Big Part 4 Jason had decided to take a spill. He fell over onto all of these figures, sending many of them hurtling off the shelf and onto the floor. And one figure in particular was broken beyond repair. Now back here, you'll see the old NECA Freddy Bobblehead next to the newer Jason Bobblehead. Now I had the matching Freddy Bobblehead. It's from the Freddy vs. Jason Bobblehead series. That Freddy passed away. He fell onto the floor. He broke into many pieces. I tried to the best of my abilities to save him with the help of super glue, but he was too far gone. So he's gone. He passed away. So this video is dedicated to the NECA Freddy Krueger Bobblehead that is no longer with us. May he rest in peace. Hey, what's up people? Pizowell here, and this is the Man Cave. This is the Man Cave 2019. I know you guys have been waiting for this video for a long time. I apologize that it took me so long to get around to it, but I wanted it to be just right. Now, what I have planned for this video, so that I don't want to have to make a 45-minute video. I don't want you guys to have to sit through a 45-minute or an hour-long video, or possibly even longer. If I go through in detail every little thing that's in here, from the posters to the figures to the Blu-rays and DVDs to the busts, to every little thing, this is going to end up being a massive video. So what I want to do here with this Man Cave tour video is just give you guys a tour, show off the different sections of the Man Cave, go over a few things specifically, and if you have any questions about any particular pieces, be they masks, busts, posters, figures, Blu-ray releases, and you want a closer look at them, or you have any kind of like a Q&A type question for me that has to do with collecting or man caves or anything of the like, post those in the comments section. And what I'll do in the near future is a more in-depth Man Cave tour video where I pull some things off the shelves, I go into more detail and more depth about the Man Cave and the things in the Man Cave, but I want to do that in a future video. This is just going to be the tour, just going to touch on a few things briefly, show you guys the different areas of the Man Cave and what's there. And again, if you want more in-depth look at any particular piece, poster, figure, bust, DVD, Blu-ray, just let me know down in the comment section below. If you got a question about anything having to do with collecting or with man caves or anything of that sort, post those down in the comment section below, and I will do a more in-depth Man Cave video, sort of a Q&A Man Cave tour video, showing off more in depth, more in detail, some of the items that you guys want to see more up close and in detail. I hope that makes sense. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's get started right over here on the wall. To your left, as soon as you walk in the Man Cave, there is my Fright Night poster, signed by 4 members of the cast. Right there, you've got Amanda Bierce. Down here is Stephen Jeffries. Over here is William Ragsdale. And above William Ragsdale is Chris Sarandon. Down here, I've got my poster for The Crow, signed by Ernie Hudson. Let me get my base out of the way. Ernie Hudson signed my poster for The Crow. Couple of my guitars right there. Got a bass guitar, got a regular guitar. I've had a couple of people ask me to do a guitar video showing off my guitars, and I will possibly do that at some point in the near future. If you guys want to see a guitar video, please let me know down in the comment section below. Up here we've got some more posters above the collection. There is my Phantasm poster signed by Reggie Bannister and Don Coscarelli. Don Coscarelli's signatures right there. Keep your balls in the air is what he asked, or that was what he suggested when I met him, is, you know, keep your balls in the air. And those are words to live by. Poster for The Fog, signed by the great Tom Atkins. Poster for The Burning, signed by Tom Savini. Poster for the Nightbreed Director's Cut, signed by Clive Barker. Really interesting, unique poster for They Live, signed by the late, great Roddy Piper. Sleepaway Camp poster, signed by Felissa Rose and Jonathan Tiersten. Lost Boys poster, signed by Jason Patrick, Kiefer Sutherland. Over here next to the David figure, Tim Capello, and behind the Mandy German LP and Blu-ray release is Corey Feldman's signature. I would move this, but if I moved this, this would fall, this would fall, that would fall. It would create a chain reaction, and it would not be pretty. Let's check out some of the stuff I've got on top of the collection. Got the Lost Boys Funko Pops there. Got a David, I believe that was a Cult Classics figure back there hanging out. Got more David down here. Got the Strain first season. Love this thing. I forget what these things are called. My girlfriend got this for me for Christmas last year. And Fugglers, that's what they're called. Fugglers. Love that thing. Got the old school Leatherface McFarlane Movie Maniacs figure there. Got the 2 Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface Ultimate figures. Let's back up here just a little bit. We got the Friday the 13th NES Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, and Dream Sequence Part 5 Ultimate Jason figures. I overlooked the Madballs. There's the Jason Madball. There's the Leatherface Madball. But there's Jason holding the Friday the 13th NES game, the complete in-box Friday the 13th NES game. Jason is wearing a mask that I had autographed by the late, great Richard Brooker. I met him about literally just a couple of months before he passed away. So I was lucky that I met him when I did and got him to sign this hockey mask for me. Here we've got Patrick Bateman. Behind Patrick Bateman is Angela, the NECA figure that came with the Night of the Demons Scream Factory release. We've got the We'll Go USA Phantasm Collection box set. Got the Evil Dead 1 and 2 Necronomicon releases. Got Phantasm Collection box set from Arrow Video, the Region B release. Got the Big Lebowski 4K Blu-ray back there with the sweater on. Got Caesar there in the Planet of the Apes collection bust. He's wearing my Randy Macho Man Savage cap, the Chuck E. Cheese birthday kid crown, my swag glasses, and he's got on my Chuck E. Cheese birthday star medallion. Yeah. I did a full collection live stream just the other day, so I'll post a link to that around here somewhere. Go check that out. But this shelf is DVDs, an assortment. Got horror, got sci-fi, got action, got some comedy, got all kinds of DVDs on that shelf. Over here on this shelf is pretty much mostly horror. From top to bottom, got some Anchor Bay 10s there. Yeah, pretty much mostly horror on this shelf. Then we move over here. We've got some Blu-ray steelbooks. Down here we've got more Blu-ray steelbooks and a couple of DVD steelbooks. We got the the Region B Lament Configuration Hellraiser set there. Down on this shelf, we've got the German Blu-ray media books for several of the Friday the 13th films. Next to them, we've got the Friday the 13th Blu-ray set. Down here, we've got a bunch more Blu-rays, mostly Vinegar Syndrome titles. Down here, we've got some random Blu-rays, horror, comedy, sci-fi, you name it. Down here, got some more Blu-rays, again, sort of an assortment. On top here, we've got the couple of Halloween box sets there. The big Scream Factory Blu-ray set, the 30th anniversary DVD set. We got two older Friday the 13th box sets. The first Nightmare on Elm Street box set, the Hellraiser Scarlet box set, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Black Maria set. Here we've got all of my Scream Factory titles on these two shelves. They've even spilled over onto this shelf. Below the Scream Factory titles, we've got my Arrow titles, which have spilled over onto that shelf. Below that, we've got an assortment of Synapse films and Severin films releases. Down here, we've got some more Blu-rays, just a random assortment. On the bottom shelf, we've got some DVDs, and we've got the Hitcher, the recent Blu-ray media book that was released for that film, R.I.P. Rutger Hauer. Over here, some more of my Scream Factory movies, Scream Factory Blu-ray releases, I'm sorry. Got some Blue Underground releases there as well. On this shelf, we've got some Umbrella Entertainment releases. On this shelf, we've got the Arrow Video Spillover. We've got some MVD Rewind Collection releases, and we've got some Vestron Collector Series releases. Down here, got another random assortment, mostly horror. Beneath that, another random assortment. Got some horror, sci-fi, action, thrillers, you name it. On the bottom shelf down there, got some more Blu-rays, again, a random assortment. As you can see, I do not alphabetize my collection. I like to keep them, I like to arrange them by distributor. I got some more Blu-rays there. Those really cool releases there, the retro releases there, and some box sets. Down here, got some Criterion releases. Down here, got some random releases, mostly horror, but, well, that's pretty much, got some sci-fi in there too, but mostly horror. And then we go down to some more DVDs, and more DVDs to round out that shelf. Over here, we've got some more random releases, a little bit of everything right there. Second shelf is mostly horror. Got some releases there. Got the Anchor Bay Repo Man 10. Again, an assortment on that shelf and on the bottom shelf right there. Over here, we've got the Frog Brothers Vampire Survival Kit, the Halloween 2 and 3 novelizations. Got the Buffy the Vampire Slayer complete series. Got some Friday the 13th Blu-rays. Got the Never Hack Alone Blu-ray. Got the Crystal Lake Memories Blu-ray. Down here we've got Friday the 13th 1 through 9 on VHS. Here we've got another random assortment of DVDs, and on the bottom shelf there we've got The Office seasons and some more DVDs. Let me see if I can give you guys a wide shot here of the Friday the 13th shrine. Pennywise, we're going to have to move you out of the way. Is that okay? We're going to move you anyway. Don't care what you have to say about it. You're just going to go hang out right there for right now. But this is the Friday the 13th shrine right here. All that Friday the 13th goodness. And down here on the bottom, we've got Mom's head just chilling out. Her little, you know, her own little thing down here. Her own little shrine. But let's start here at the top. We've got a Part 7 hawk hanger. We've got some artwork that my buddy Josh did and gave to me. We've got a Part 7 mask. As a matter of fact, when I first started painting masks, this was one of the very first masks I painted. And so I decided to hang it up. Here is the Friday the 13th Part 2 mini poster, signed by the late great Steve Dash, Adrian King, and Amy Steele. We've got the clothed Friday the 13th Part 3 figure. I think this was the very first figure that they released of the clothed line. Got a Part 4 mini poster here that's signed by several members of the cast. Over here, Judy Aronson, Kim Beck, Tom Savini, Corey Feldman, and down here, Ted White. Got a Jason Goes to Hell mini poster signed by Adam Marcus. Up here we have got the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Mrs. Voorhees and Young Jason figure signed by Ari Lehman. Got the Part 2 Tater Sack Jason clothed figure. Below that we've got a big Friday the 13th poster that's been signed by quite a number of people. Up here in the corner, it's been signed by Adrian King. There is Tom Savini. There is Ari Lehman. There is Victor Miller. Over here on the blade, Sean Cunningham. Next to that, we've got Harry Manfredini, and he wrote out some notes from the theme. Here is a lovely note that Deborah Voorhees sent me. Yeah. Over here, we've got a Part 5 mini poster signed by the late, great Danny Steinman. We've got the Part 5 clothed figure right there. Under that, we've got a Part 7 mini poster signed by Bad News Crew's Terry Kaiser himself and Lar Park Lincoln. Yeah. Over here, we've got the clothed NES Jason figure, which I believe he's pretty rare these days. Goes for a pretty penny online. We've got some artwork here featuring Roy. It's actually a 3D shadow boxed image. It's really freaking cool. Not sure how well you guys can see that in 3D. Let me get around here. Hopefully the glare won't be too bad. You can check him out in all of his 3D glory. Yeah, pretty cool. Got the clothed Part 6 figure right there. Got a McFarlane Friday the 13th 3D poster that my buddy Josh sent me. Got a really cool Part 5 poster right there that's been signed by a number of folks. Here in the corner, we've got Ron Jr. Sloan. Beneath him is Deborah Voorhees. Over here is Carol Locatel. Down here, we've got Melanie Kinnaman. Here we've got Tiffany Helm. And over here, we've got John Shepard. Ah, very cool. Let me give you guys a little bit of a closer look of Mother's Head here. We've got Mother's Head there. Oh, I should have turned the candles on. Ah, geez, I forgot to turn the candles on. Oh, well. But I've got Mother's Head there. That is a Dark Side Studios Mrs. Voorhees head. Beside her are 2 vials of water, lake water, directly from Camp Crystal Lake, a.k.a. Camp Novi Bosco. Behind her, I've got a machete. I got the sign, Welcome to Camp Crystal Lake. Next to it, we've got an axe. And there's where my cat likes to sleep. My cat likes to sleep next to Mrs. Voorhees' head. How freaking cool is that? Over here, we've got some more of the 3D shadow box images I bought from his company, or his handle, I'm not sure, online is Curious Goods 666. He does a lot of conventions too, but there's Friday the 13th Part 8, My Bloody Valentine, Maniac, Savage Streets, Blood Rage, The Hitcher, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Underneath that, we've got a poster for Hellraiser, signed by Doug Bradley and Clive Barker. Underneath that, we have got Series 1, 2, and 3 Pinhead figures. Underneath that, we've got an 8x10 of Pinhead signed by Doug Bradley. Here's a bag that says Camp Crystal Lake on it that my girlfriend bought for me. Behind it is a Crystal Lake Tours cap from Camp Novi Bosco. So what I had envisioned with the 3D prints there is they kind of bridge the gap, because here is the Friday the 13th side of the room, so there's Friday the 13th. It goes all the way over to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and that leads us to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Shrine, or my Texas Chainsaw Massacre Shrine. So let's start down here. I've got 3 Leatherface masks right down there. On the shelf above it, I've got just a bunch of Leatherface figures. The Horror Headliners figure is actually kind of rare these days, but I got an exclusive Leatherface Pretty Lady Pop there. Yeah, old school Leatherface NECA head knocker. Some cool Leatherface figures there. Got the Leatherface, I believe that's the Mezco Cinema of Fear, Series 1 and Series 2 Leatherface figures right there. Got some more Leatherface. It's all Leatherface, Leatherface, Leatherface there, guys. Got the big Spencer's Gifts Leatherface there. Got more Leatherface figures. The Cult Classics Leatherface there. The Cinema of Fear Mini Leatherface. The other Cinema of Fear Tiny Terrors Leatherface. Back there I've got a photo that is signed by Grandpa, John Dugan. Here is my Texas Chainsaw Massacre poster, signed by Gunnar Hansen. Let me turn this light off here. Hopefully you guys can see it a little bit better without the glare. There we go. Signed by the late, great Gunnar Hansen. Also inside this frame is a mini Texas Chainsaw Massacre poster signed by Ed Neal. There's my bass amp on the floor. And let's mosey on around here. Here is a Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 mini poster signed by Bill Johnson and Carolyn Williams. Here is the Leatherface clothed NECA figures. Got sort of just the standard Leatherface there. And there's the Leatherface Trick or Treat Studios Christmas ornament next to him. Got the dinner sequence clothed Leatherface there. Got a Chainsaw 3 mini poster signed by Kate Hodge, R.A. Mihailoff, and Jeff Burr. Here is an 8x10 of Leatherface signed by Gunnar Hansen. Behind my stuffed Jason figure, I've got the Part 3 Leatherface clothed figure. Above that, I've got a poster of Chop Top signed by Bill Mosley. And above that, I've got the clothed Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 Leatherface figure and the Chop Top figure. And there is the man cave couch in all of its glory. The dirty, nasty, ugly green man cave couch that I very, very seldom sit in. Actually, my cat gets far more use out of this couch than I do. We might as well just call it the cat's dirty, nasty, filthy, green, ugly man cave couch, because it's covered in her cat fur anyway, so yeah, it might as well just be hers. On top of the couch, I've got the stuffed Jason figure that I won at Halloween Horror Nights a few years ago. Got a hockey mask pillow, got the NECA NES Jason Retro Hawk. I got 2 pairs of Roy socks. That's right, Roy socks that my buddy Lauren sent me. What a wonderful world. Roy socks. Got a Part 3 hockey mask on the couch. Got a Ghostface mask there. Got a Part 5 mask that I painted next to Clive Barker's Scarlet Gospels. Got my laptop right there next to a new toy of mine, a external 4K Blu-ray, 3D Blu-ray, standard Blu-ray, and DVD player and or drive, I'm sorry, and burnable. It's burnable. I can burn DVDs and Blu-rays with that too. I've been looking for one of those for a while. I might do a video review of this guy because it's pretty good and it's very affordable. So I may do a review of that guy. Over here, I've got a promotional piece that was given to people who went and watched Friday the 13th Part 7 in the theater. So it's kind of rare that you see one of these all together and in good shape. So that's very cool. In the shadow box above it, I've got a Part 5 mask that I painted, signed by Deborah Voorhees. Above that, I've got a Part 6 mask, signed by Tom McLaughlin. And above that, I've got a Part 3 mask, unsigned. And above that, the Jason Fabrications figure. Over here, I've got the Monster Squad poster, signed by several cast members. And underneath that, I've got the Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 poster, signed by the great Eric Freeman. Here I've got my Part 5 Roy Devil's Latex bust, wearing a mask I painted. Here is the Part 3 Devil's Latex bust. Here's the Part 4 Devil's Latex bust, wearing a Part 4 mask. Here is the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive unmasked Jason Funko Pop. Part 9 poster hawk that I painted. Here is a Part 9 Jason Goes to Hell Jason bust, big guy wearing a Jason Goes to Hell hawk that I painted. Down here I have got a Part 6 Devil's Latex bust. Next to that is a Camp 13 Creations Part 7 bust wearing a hawk I painted. Next to that is a Devil's Latex Part 8 Jason bust. Down here I've got a NES Jason bust. I believe that is a Fear of the Dark Studios. I've got a Jason X mask that my buddy Camp Jeebus sent to me. Look him up on eBay. Here I've got a Freddy vs. Jason mask that was painted by Lou Evil Masks, and it is on a Part 8 Jason bust, also from Camp 13 Creations. Here I've got kind of a clean Part 3 mask, signed by Kane Hodder. Above that I've got a photo signed by Kane Hodder. Next to that I've got the Never Hike Alone poster, signed by the writer-director Vincente DeSanti and the star Andrew Leidy. Here I've got a Mutilator poster. The Mutilator poster, an original poster for the Mutilator, signed by the writer-director Buddy Cooper. And man, that is just beautiful, beautiful artwork. I've got a blank space here. Here I am. Hi. I actually bought a poster to fill in this space. I was going to take it to a convention and get it signed, but I didn't go to that convention, so not sure if I'm just going to put the poster there, if I'm going to put another poster there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this space. Over here I've got some artwork of Super Freddy that my buddy Eric Freeman picked up for me at a convention. Next to that I've got the McFarlane A Nightmare on Elm Street 3D poster. Here is my here is my Nightmare on Elm Street shrine. Excuse me. Got a Freddy bust there. I'm actually upgrading to a better Freddy bust. I've just not got it yet. But got all kinds of different Freddy stuff there. Got the Cinema of Fear Series 1 and 2 Freddy figures there. Got some clothed Freddy figures behind them. Got the Ultimate Part 2 Freddy there. Got some retro Freddy figures right there that I've been intending to do a Collector's Corner video on. I've just not gotten around to it yet. Here is my Nightmare on Elm Street poster, signed by Robert Englund, Heather Langenkamp, and Amanda Weiss. Next to that, my Dawn of the Dead poster, signed by George A. Romero. Here is my Halloween poster, signed by John Carpenter. Next to that, I've got a Halloween 3 mini poster, signed by Tommy Lee Wallace. Down the wall here, I've got a Jeremiah Lambert art print of Leatherface, Jason, Michael Myers, and behind Pennywise, Freddy Krueger. Over here, got some autographed 8x10s from my buddy Eric Freeman. let's backtrack over here and take a look at my Friday the 13th Part 5 shrine. Got lots of Friday the 13th Part 5 goodness on this shelf. And check this out. Oh yeah, there we go. Or do that. We can do that. We can do that. I think that's my favorite though. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I got a Part 5 Hawk that I painted. Got the Part 5 laser disc, the Part 5 Japanese CVD disc, the soundtrack LP. Got some Roy figures there. Got the Part 5 VHS and beta. Got the Hot Topic exclusive Roy pop figure. Yeah, my Part 5 shrine there. Underneath that, I've got the Silent Night, Deadly Night shrine. I've got the parts 1 and 2 VHSs. That part 1 is the big box. Got this awesome Silent Night, Deadly Night snow globe. I just love this thing. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I've got an Eric Freeman Christmas card, and behind that, an Eric Freeman signed garbage can. Then I've got the two Caldwell Brothers NECA figures that came with the Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 1 and Part 2 Scream Factory releases. Here is the poster that came with the Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 Blu-ray. Underneath that, I've got the Friday the 13th soundtrack LP. Got Pumpkinhead chilling out back here. Got the goblet that I won from Oreos, the Game of Thrones goblet. Got some fake poop back there because you never know when you might need some fake poop. Got some lenses for my camera. Got Jason Body Knocker. Got the Tom Atkins figure that came with the Scream Factory Night of the Creeps release. I got a Bill Clinton koozie because it's a Bill Clinton koozie. And down there I've got the Halloween soundtrack collection LP from Waxwork Records. Up there I've got some signed mini posters. Got Waxwork signed by Zach Galligan. Got Return of the Living Dead signed by Linnea Quigley. And I got Near Dark signed by Lance Henriksen. Here are the Halloween 3 Trick or Treat Studios masks. Got old school McFarlane Michael Myers figure there. Got the 3-0 Part 6 figure there. Got the Ultimate Halloween 2018 figure there. Got a bunch of extra Pennywise heads there. And a whole bunch of them right there. So got a mixture. Got Halloween and Pennywise heads on the same shelf. Down here we got some Myers masks. The first one there is got that from Jimmy Falco. That's a rehaul from, or an overhaul from Jimmy Falco. In the middle there is Warlock, a Warlock Part 2 Cemetery Gates mask. Got the Obsession by Sinister Studios. Got Michael Bobblehead, Michael Pop, Michael Mezco figure there, and the Michael Myers miniature mystery mini. Down here, got the Spencer's Gifts Michael Myers figure. That is a Trick or Treat Studios Part 2 mask that was signed by Dick Warlock. Here is Michael just being absolutely fabulous. Look how fabulous he is there. Got an overhaul Part 2 Trick or Treat Studios mask done by Bad Masks, and got another Jimmy Falco mask there. This one a Part 2. Down here on this shelf, I guess you could call this my Pennywise shrine. Got all sorts of Pennywise figures down here. Got two of the Ultimate, NECA Ultimate Pennywise figures there. The New School Pennywise figures and the Old School Ultimate Pennywise figure. Got some Pops. Some other figures. Just all Pennywise going on this shelf. Down here is the Alien and Predator shrine. Got just a bunch of different Alien and Predator figures just hanging out down there. Down here, just got some random Funko Pops, mystery minis. Got the Jaws McFarlane down there. I always wanted that. I found one on eBay, kind of cheap. It's not complete though. It's missing some pieces. That's why I got it so cheap. Got Frankenstein Sideshow figure there. Got Ultimate Warrior Pop figure. Got the Shining Girls back there. Just got an assortment of stuff on this shelf. Here I've got a mini poster for The Howling, signed by Dee Wallace. Next to that, Candyman, signed by Tony Todd. Next to that, Silent Night, Deadly Night, signed by Robert Brian Wilson. Next to that, Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, signed by Eric Freeman. Next to that, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, signed by Robert Russler. Here I've got a Silent Night, Evil Night poster, aka Black Christmas, unsigned. Underneath that, I've got an 8x10 of Reagan, signed by Linda Blair. Underneath that, I've got Christmas Story, signed by Zach Ward and Yano Anaya. And underneath that, I've got a Charles Bronson Death Wish 3 poster, because it's Death Wish 3. Down there, I've got the bowling bag that the 4K, I forget what, anniversary edition Big Lebowski Blu-ray came in. I've got a Predator helmet here. I don't know who makes this. There's no copyright on it. There's no manufacturer name on it or copyright. I came across this at a used bookstore. Thought it looked cool and bought it. And now it hangs in the man cave. Give you guys a closer look at it there. Yeah, pretty cool. Here I've got a bunch of different Freddy and Jason figures. I got the two big guys back there and a bunch of littler guys up front. A lot of Freddys, a lot of Jasons. Next to that, I've got the special edition Freddy and Jason movie Maniacs Aquarium. On top of the aquarium, I've got some Tater Sack Jason figures. I've got the big Leatherface right there. Got some Pinhead figures. Got some Crow figures. Behind the Crow, I've got a big Michael Myers figure. Got some hockey mask lights. Got a little hockey mask there. On this shelf, I've got just a bunch of Jason figures. So you guys can see there. I've got the Ultimate Part 3 on the dock. The Ultimate Part 6 in his watery grave. I believe that's a Mezco Part 4 Jason that comes with a severed head. Got the Kobotayaku, I believe that's how you pronounce it, Part 3 Jason statue. Very nice. Got a handmade one-of-a-kind Part 8 Jason figure. Got the Part 2 Tater Sack Jason Living Dead doll with Mother's head. Got the Part 2 Ultimate Jason and the Part 4 Ultimate Jason. Behind them, I've got the big Mezco Jason figure. I've got a handmade Part 4 figure there. Got the big Part 7 Jason back there hanging out. Got the Cinema of Fear Series 1 and 2 Jason figures there, the Tater Sack and the Part 4. Down here, I've got some more Jason figures, as you guys can see right there. Behind them, I've got the 25th anniversary figure set back there. Not sure how well you guys can see that. Got the talking Bride of Chucky, Mezco Chucky figure back there. Over here, I've got the talking Part 3, Child's Play 3 talking Chucky figure. Got some of those little keychain Jason figures hanging there. There's Jason, Mrs. Voorhees, unmasked Jason. Got a Blair Witch stick figure. Got the Cinema of Fear Mini Part 4 Jason right there. Over here, I've got the Cinema of Fear Tiny Terrors Jason. There I've got the Cult Classics Reagan Spider Walk. I've got a Part 4 Jason bust from Dark Side Studios. I've got a Part 3 Jason bust there from... I can't remember who made that Part 3 bust for me. But I got the Anthropophagus plush there, eating his plushy guts. I've got the Dark Side Studios Savini Jason bust there. Below that, I've got the Trick or Treat Studios Dr. Tongue mask, a zombie bobblehead, and the Anchor Bay Special Edition VHS release for Zombie. Over here, I've got the Trick or Treat Studios They Live mask, next to a bottle of Rowdy Roddy Piper, all out of bubblegum soda. Here I've got the reaction figures for Freddy Krueger, Jason, Michael Myers, a man cave sign. There's Leatherface, there's Pinhead, and there is Ghostface. And here is Pennywise face. Here is my desk setup. Just do not look under my desk because my cord management is atrocious. But yeah, this is where I spend most of my time, down in the man cave, in front of the computer. And there is my computer. There is my monitor. I got all sorts of different little knickknacks and things on my desk. Just weird little odds and ends, figures, and just this and that and the other on my desk. Here are some masks that I've been working on. I've got 2 retro Jason masks and a Part 8 mask. Here I've got an autographed photo of Joe Bob Briggs. And here I've got the large Jaws Funko Pop with the oxygen tank in his mouth. Here is my television setup. The television is a Samsung 4K curved screen television. I don't know what the exact dimensions are, but I've got a PlayStation 4 over there. I've got a Xbox One right there. On top of the Xbox One, I've got an SNES and NES Classic. Got a carton of the stuff, which I plan on eating right after this video because I'm feeling a bit peckish. Down here, I've got my 4K Blu-ray player. On top of it, the smaller player is a region-free Blu-ray player. Inside those cabinets, I've got a bunch of gaming stuff, controllers, cords, stuff like that, and some games. In the top one, I've got audio and lighting equipment. Over here, I've got just a bunch of cords, just different cords on top of cords on top of cords, backup mouse, backup keyboard, you name it, that sort of stuff. But this is my movie watching and gaming setup. Oh, and the picture quality on the Samsung 4K curved screen television is excellent. This is not necessarily part of the man cave. I decided to put this poster on the door of the bathroom. This is a Clockwork Orange poster signed by Malcolm McDowell. As you can see there, he signed it to Justice. Very well, he signed it to Justice, even though I told him my name like 3 or 4 times. He was like, "What's your name?" I said, "Justin." He goes, "Justice?" I said, No, Justin." Justice? No, Justin, Justin. He went, "Ah, okay," and then signed it to Justice anyway. So, yeah. And let's close out here on the Man Cave Enter at Your Own Risk doormat. I know I said I wasn't going to make a 45-minute or so video on the Man Cave this time around, but I think I did just exactly that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sorry that it took me so long to complete it. I just wanted it to be right. Again, if you guys have any questions about any pieces in the man cave in particular, let me know down in the comment section below. I'll do a follow-up man cave video in which I go more in depth about those pieces. If you have any questions about collecting or about man caves, if you're trying to put together your own man cave and you need some guidance or some wisdom, please let me know down in the comment section below. And when I do my follow-up, I'll do my best to answer all those questions. But thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it, guys. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. As always, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace. Join the A Buck a Month Club and help support my channel on Patreon. Thank you to my current patrons, Kevin Smythe, Orc145626, B-Movie Mike, Robert Sobel, Turi Delamore, Stephen Flanagan, Lori Holt, Craig Farrand, Farron Sutton, Jeremiah Lambert, Grindhouse Grotto, Derek Jana, Demon Waffles, Simon Clark, Stone Gassman, Zachary Barton, Lauren Dixon, James Welch, Eli Geisler, Jeff Overing, Pete Toll, Kyle McGuire, Jay the Stingray, Andrew McDonald, Dave Barnes, Jonathan Lundy, Chris Gonzalez, Trenton Bowser, Jason Breitenbach, Brandon Bisdick, Steak Sauce, OG Myers, and Mark Striano. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.